Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. Off we go here in Baltimore. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Then I fly out to Miami.
Yeah!
Dak gonna put it up right away. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Now a screen set up for Blue. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
It is 3rd and long. That is left side and caught by Flowers. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
Pistol now for Prescott. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It's third and 4.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 54. 26.
And he'll work his way forward to at the 30-yard line.
Smith getting a tackle. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds, nowhere close to the yellow line. And that is a turnover on down.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Do it. Turn his TV off.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 4. Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. He looks forward for maybe a yard. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third down and 3. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see...
Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
You know, it's so hard to say what goes wrong on these bad snaps, Mike. You know, sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's concentration, sometimes, frankly, it's just bad luck and things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline knowing they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
On the carry, it's Pierce. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and
8. Second down and 8.
Yo. Shut up.
Lamar going to work for the pistol. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A 39-yard attempt.
And he pulled it left. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
Yeah, here we go.
They put Pickens in motion. His drive will start on the ground. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 2. First carry now for Jaden Blue. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. Able to get it out to the 2 and no further.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
That is on 5-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. That's going to set up 3rd down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the air one more time. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Penny Clark. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. To return, it is Turpin. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
34-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. Now Jackson on the move. A throw on the move is caught. And they will finally run him down. A big play there for Baltimore. 36 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Escaping to his left. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll run it with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go. They make a big stop for no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
2nd down, Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tiz Walker. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A little run right here. It's Pierce. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Now a screen set up for Henry.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. On comes the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Here comes a return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Jackson now. They'll try to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's certainly not how he envisioned his first catch as a professional going, but technically he has less yards than you and I do, but we're up here in the booth. But not an ideal start, but he's certainly not going to panic either.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And a lock him down up beyond the 30.
That's good for our Cowboys. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Dak's going to throw it here on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Second down, Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Tampa.
Prescott's pass.
Mike, Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fielded at the 9. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At their own 13-yard line.
Yeah, there we go.
They put Pickens in motion. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the third quarter begins. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
On the give, here's Henry. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
A pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of first.
That is taken at the 10. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion, Lamb. Slot man, in motion right. Prescott on 1st down. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's down the field for Lamb. That's hard. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Off the play fake. Jackson. He's going to air this one out. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
In punt formation for the Ravens.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, pretty good. 26.
Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
13 yards
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a give up the middle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
To throw is Dak. Now a screen set up for Blue. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's a run. A short kick down to the 7. Here now, second down and goal. He'll turn and hand this one off. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Quick, ready? Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on!
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 3.
They're down and 3.
180. Get hot. 180.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. Ravens sending the punt team out there. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works. Big yardage. And the 1st down.
Certainly not the most creative way to pick up the 1st down, but Mike, no less effective. The offense gets to come back and maintain possession, and as the special team unit comes off the field, they did their job.
180.
On 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down. 3 to go. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Oh, goodness. After the play, that's Lamar having some difficulties down there. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And he has missed this one. No good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
And that could very well wind up being a critical miss. I mean, you've got to be able to rely on your kickers at this stage of the game. But he can't come through. And this one stays a 3-point game.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Cowboys.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The score, Cowboys 17, Ravens 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. And it's left side and caught by Flowers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Rolling right. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
DC, ready?
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They run out of the pistol. It's Pierce. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that 2nd and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
For the connection. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Jackson moving to his right. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now, Jackson going for it all. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Again, it's Jackson. He'll buy time left. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
A first down throw for Jackson. The pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Second down, Jackson. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit. All right, good effort, just doesn't work out. But it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
A handoff as they try to run it here. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. He's got space inside the 25. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.